Once you've got your book, head to your location. The countdown is on. You got about 5 to 7 minutes to discuss that first book and investigate it before you try another book.
Paragraph. Like if I were to go here, I'd read like the whole page 3, and then I'd pass it to one of you, and then you'd read the next page.
You two are free to get the other couple copies of that. Okay,
Yeah.
especially if nobody's using it, I would go check. So that way you could all follow along. It's totally up to you guys though. However you want to work out reading these together is up to you. But just make sure everybody gets just like, hey, when you work in your teams, make sure everybody gets their fair shot to read.
So like I'm on page. So like Chloe. So like I'm on page 2 and 3. So Charlotte reads page. So I read page 3. Will we read 2 and 3, or will we only read 3? So
Chloe would read 3, and then I would read like 4. Evan would read 5. Wait, where's 5? Is there a page 5 in this?
yeah, no. Evan, you would read page 6, and then you just keep going.
Guys, if you could keep those over there, that'd be great.
Ready?
Because those, we don't want those chairs to break.
From 20 to it skips 30. Because is there a picture?
So we're prepping for literature circles. We've got a bunch of different books from our bins, chapter book series. Today we're investigating some of the books that we have as a 3rd grade team. And then tomorrow we're heading to the library to investigate another set of books. The kids are in their teens right now. And they're just trying to see which book is appealing to everybody and decide on a book to use for their first round of literature circles.
I shall never forget. Oh, we already chose on this.
Who chose on this? Evan's turn.
I shall never forget.
So when you throw out an idea, say, hey, how about Evan reads first, Sarah, Jesse, then myself, or vice versa, whoever threw the idea out, and then say, what does everybody think about that? That's crucial when you're working with a team, to make sure everybody thinks that's a good idea. Yeah? Yeah, that was a great idea too. I like that. Riley, good idea, buddy.
You're the watchdog. And still see the screen. And people from there being and polite and close.
What you need, dude?
No, thank you.
Oh, just ask them to pass the bottle. They do that for you.
No, thank you. Wait, are you like? No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I'd rather be stretched out on my favorite ride. After we read one page, you want to give Emily and Andre Jackson the book. And then it's your turn to read. No, it is. It's not like super mountain. No. It's yours. We're switching each turn. Hold on. What do you want? What is this? Let me see. This make wonderful soup. Now get me a pot. The little got a pot, ice water,
So, literature circles start. Let's see what it looks like. So these are the jobs. Each week, students meet on Monday, and they plan exactly what pages they estimate that they'll read, and they'll make a commitment to reading those pages. Now when they read those pages, students will have a job, and they're going to rotate through these jobs. So each job is designed for them to look at the book through a different lens. Whether they're trying to recreate the plot, or ask questions and wonder what if, or I wonder, make predictions. The psychologist gives advice to the book's characters. What would you tell him or her to do or why? The journalist can pick a character, and based on what they read, they're going to write a passage in his or her personal journal. So we want the kids to start thinking about the text in different ways. And there's also a nice job as student choice. So if students have a creative way to, or a creative idea for a new job, they can pitch that to their group and to me. And we could recreate a job for them. Ideally, literature circles are designed for students to become passionate about their reading, but passionate about reading texts of their choice. That's why they get the chance today to comb through our books and do a little reading, to have some discussions, and see if they really like what they're
I
reading.
heard a car pull up into the driveway. Bob.
There's 2. Thank you, this group over here. There's 3, eyes up here. So now you've got a chance to read for about a couple minutes. I've been reading for about 5-ish, depending on how quickly you started. Have a discussion, give everybody a turn. What do you think so far? Is this a book that you're interested in? If you know, right off the bat, everybody says, no way. Go ahead and return that book and grab another one. If you're saying, we kind of like this one, but we need a little bit more time to read, keep reading, okay? If you guys are saying, you know what, like this is a book we want to put on the list for sure. Like we think that this might be one, but we're going to investigate some more books and make sure, then you can do that. Put that on your list, and then you can go ahead and go get a new book and keep going. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you should have your list.
Wait,
Generate that list how you'd like
List
with your
for
group.
what?
Either 1, you put the book away. You know you do not want to read that book. 2, hey, we got to keep reading right now and kind of decide. Maybe we need a little more time to think about this book. 3, put it on your list of, yes, this is a book that we are very interested in. And now let's go and get another book. Put these ones back and start to investigate more. Because you never know if you'll start reading another book that you like more than this one. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Give me a thumbs down if you're a little confused and you want me to come talk to your group. You guys are good? Guys over here, Colby, your group? A thumbs up. In the middle if you're kind of confused. You're confused? Okay, you guys are good then? I'll come talk to you. Ready? Go ahead and do that. What's up?
Do we make a list like this?
Okay, so the list will be books that you are putting on a yes, we would want that for a literature circle.
Oh.
Okay? That's all.
The page over, Chloe.
Yep.
We can just write on there.
If you want, yeah, you could do that, Chloe. If you want to put the book name over here and then check it. No, you could do that. But I really ultimately what I want is you just have a list of books that you're interested in. Does that make sense? And then you don't want to make the final decision because we're making our trip to the library tomorrow to see more books. And there's a whole bunch of books over there to choose from too. The great part about literature circles is, yes, they're working as a team to discuss and talk about the books, but within that structure, they've got their independent job to do. So if they don't do their job, they'll be leaving their team high and dry on Friday when it comes time to work. So it's all about being an effective collaborator. And all the jobs are designed in a way that forces kids to think about how they're reading, be critical thinkers about the text, ask questions. The jobs such as the Wanderer forces them to be creative, using their imagination, thinking outside the box. Psychologist is a great job. It forces them to ask questions, be curious, think about the characters and their traits, why they act a certain way. Plot twisters, a great job because it allows them to use their imagination and start to think of another way to tell that story. And these are kind of like in-person / paperless groups, meaning when they do these jobs, that will be their homework. The homework is on Monday they decide what the jobs are together. They decide how much they'll be reading, and they'll each have a Google Classroom group put together where they read at night and then they write. They write based on their jobs that are right here. And then they will post their writing to their blog so everybody can see their writing, the pages, their job, and their friends will be able to read throughout the week. So we'll talk more about the structure of that later, so parents will know at home.
Yeah, she has tons of balls.
All right, I'm gonna sign off.